Hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. We are in the middle of a crazy time in our world and in the history of our country and everything. And I just want to give you all a shout out for hopping on today and taking your business seriously and really the freedom that this business gives seriously. I want you to know that being on the FAB, we are doing what we can to be better as a company. And I just want you to know that we see you and I see you. So my name is Daize Goodwin, in case you don't know me. If this is your first time on our Team Global Aloha Monday Zoom, welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here. Super, super excited for the information I'm going to share today to help you grow at a rate that you maybe didn't realize was possible. If you are new, just kind of listen, because this is going to be an exciting call and also get some of us out of our comfort zone, I know. A few announcements first. I want to just remind everybody that we do have a Google Calendar, thank you Kamaile, where you can access all this happening all week long. So pretty much every day of the week except for Sunday, we have something for you or your prospects to be plugged into. This team is growing and there are so many incredible people. Everyone that joins has a unique quality to strengthen us, and we don't take that lightly. So we have people sharing. I do my Zooms as an opportunity to hear about the activation and abundance that we offer. There are product videos and trainings. There's the training on Saturday. So make sure that you are plugged in. And if you aren't, go on WhatsApp and check that out. Ask your leader. They'll get you in. Also, if you are on WhatsApp, make sure that you're a part of the Team Global Aloha discussion. So we have two feeds going on for the entire team. Team Global Aloha Leaders is basically just information. So we are trying to help to minimize the chatter back and forth for those that aren't necessarily wanting to get notified every time someone says anything. There are over 200 people that are in this business in our team. So that's why we've moved everything over so we could go back and forth and have the freedom to not bother anyone that may trouble. So TGA discussion, we can also get you that link to make sure you're involved and on there. Also, I just want to remind everybody that we do have a Team Global Aloha website coming where it'll just be a one-stop shop where you can find your resources. There will be recognition there. You can meet the entire team and all the leaders. Great resources, the launch guide, all of the things that you'll need to basically get your business going and really to show people the culture that we have. That's my favorite part about what we are creating, is this incredible culture in this team. I do want to take just a second, if we could all just stop what we're doing and let's just be quiet for, 10 seconds to honor our girl, our awesome friend and used to be a distributor with us, Jai Roberts, who's Julie's mother. Today's her birthday, and I know that Julie has had a sensitive day, bringing her mom's friends together and putting her into the ocean and letting her go in that way. So let's just take 5-10 seconds and just think of positive thoughts for Jai. And if you didn't know Jai, if you could just hold Julie in your thoughts for just a second. Thank you so much. All right, thanks everybody. Jai was an incredible person and inspiration, and a huge part of Julie's life. So I just want to respect and honor that. Okay, here we go. We are halfway through the month. I think that the 1st and the 15th are my favorite times to lead the call, because the first being that there are rank advancements, there are people excited for the new month. Maybe they just had an incredible last month, but it's a month of, it's like what is the possibility? And what I love about the 15th is that it is halfway to the end. So I learned pretty early on that the 15th signifies where you may be at the end of the month. So LifeVantage, our company, our home, has put a ton of money on the table this month and last month. But this month is the last month to qualify for some crazy cash advances of, you rank advancing. So I know a lot of you are running last month and a lot of you got pretty darn close, but just not there yet. And it got me to thinking, about something I learned probably when I was a Pro 3. And we're going to go into that, but let me kind of just remind you what's on the table. For those of you that are going to Pro 4, which is 10,000 in volume, you're going to get $500 cash from the company. If you're going for Pro 5, you're going to make $1,000 cash. And Pro 6s, which is 50,000 in organizational volume, you're going to get $2,500. You're also going to get paid if you are an enroller and you're helping those people to get to their ranks. You're also going to get paid if you bring your rank back to where it was. If you were a Pro 5 last year and you fell backwards and now you're coming back and you hit Pro 5, you're going to get compensated. And I just love what this company is doing. We just had an article written about us on a home business website saying how amazing this company is. Because instead of, waving red flags like a lot of companies are doing right now with the way the economy is, we are thriving. We are growing. The FAB call that we had on Thursday, I got to see some numbers, and this will be our biggest month in the history of LifeVantage. So we all have a part of that. It's that rising tide that raises all the ships, which is so incredible. So I'm just gonna talk about something that, like I said, I learned a long time ago, and I basically wanted to create this space regarding the power of having a 200 PV auto ship coming to you. Now, I know that some of you are new, right? So let me just explain that. Now, PV is personal volume. It's what you are personally doing in your organization. The magic of network marketing is as you get bigger as a team and you grow your organization, you maximize and can make, a little bit of money off of everyone in your organization. And that is incredible. Now, to get your 40% commission, you need to have 200 PV coming to you, personal volume. To get 30%, you need to have 100 PV. Obviously, you want to maximize the compensation plan. And even more importantly, you want to get the right thing going for the people that are coming in. I don't know if someone just got unmuted. I don't know, Rusty, if you could help me because I don't think I can mute. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Okay, perfect. So if you're new, this may not be the conversation for you, but I think it's important that you get to hear this because this is basically learning how to treat your business like a business. And instead of feeling like the money you have to pay to get paid, it's the money you get to pay to get paid to give yourself incredible, incredible health from the inside out and the outside in. Now, I just want to let you know how amazing our company is. First, before I go into you personally doing the 200 PV. Now, did you know that we are one of the only network marketing companies that lets you offset your needed 200 PV by getting customers? So for someone like me in the beginning that didn't even have any room on any credit cards, living with my in-laws, sharing a car with my husband, working 3 jobs, never getting ahead, dealing with the stress of no light at the end of the tunnel, my husband and I shared our 1 bottle of Pro Tandem. That's where we were. So what's nice about this company is it lets you go out and get customers to make up for that extra. So from 40 to 200, you can make that up with customers. And that is a great, amazing way to get started, right? So you can get in, you can have a little bit of product coming to you, and you can offset the rest needed by getting customers. So when I was, I guess I was a Pro 3, and this strategy started to come back to bite me. Because what happens when you do that consistently is that you get comfortable, number 1. Number 2, you're not in control of your business. The people that are your customers are in control. So I got to tell you, there was a few months back in the beginning when my customer's credit card didn't go through, or one of my customers decided to cancel their auto ship and I didn't check. So when at the end of the month, I did not get my commissions. So all of a sudden I realized that this is something that I can't do. I really want to treat this like a business. I want this to grow. I want to not have my customers be in control of my destiny with this company and with my business. And it was really that switch I made from the lack mentality to the abundance mentality, even though I wasn't making a ton of money yet. And it's important to hear that part. But I also learned at Pro 3, I remember I went to an event and there was an elite speaking, and they challenged us, kind of like what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to draw out some numbers and kind of like show you guys like really how simple this is. But really what they said was, if you want to find a leader, you better become a leader. And the first way to make that possible is making your overhead the same every month, which is that baseline of 200 PV. Now it got me to start thinking, because I'd owned a business before. I was never able to consume my overhead. Every month owning the restaurant, money went out, whatever it was, whether it was bills, whether it was electric, employees. I mean, just to give you guys an example, now we own 2 small businesses in our little town here. The store that we own, I asked my husband for the permission to let you guys know this, is the overhead, $8,600 a month. Not 200, $8,600. And if you're a small business owner, you know what I'm talking about. And that's going for, like I said, the rental space, the employees, that's not called talking about the product that we need to bring in to sell. We also have a shave ice truck, $9,400 a month overhead. Can you believe that? So that's the reality of a small business, and you are the owner of your LifeVantage business. So before I go any farther, I am not here to push you. I am not here to say, get on a $200 auto ship. And, I'm just here to show you what can happen when you really start to treat this like a business, and you really start to decide that you are going to make this work. And what happens is everyone follows the leader. So some of you may be Pro 2s, and I was there. I could not afford a $200 auto ship, and I did offset with customers, and it worked for a while. But here's the thing, is that when it doesn't work, it's a real big problem when you don't have enough to pay the bills as a Pro 2, and your commissions don't come in because you forgot to check on that last day of the month or the week before. So I'm really here to tell you that this is the truth, and it's amazing what can happen. I'm also going to let you know that if you do just want to take that $40 bottle of Pro Tandem, and which is to me the most incredible product on the planet, then that's great. That's great. This Zoom is for someone that wants to build a massive business with a $6.40 a day overhead. Did you guys hear that? To do this business right and pass that on to your organization so that you can maximize the compensation plan so that your people will win big is a $6.40 a day business. Think about what you buy for $6.40. That in Hawaii is a small smoothie. That is a large, that might be a large vegetable juice where you live. Maybe you're not into the juicing and all the live stuff. That could be a croissant and a Starbucks coffee. $6.40 a day is your overhead. And that to me is crazy, because this $200 auto ship, you can consume. You eat that and your cells grow and your cells are activated. Your hair gets nicer, your skin gets brighter. So this is something to think about. And what happens when you have this is, say you do have extra. Say you get your 200 PV, and I still don't know how that's possible that you could have extra when we have incredible products. Remember now, a lot of you are new. When we started, there was Pro Tandem. That's it. We had to build that 200 PV on Pro Tandem. But guess what happened? It's like having money in the bank when you have extra product, because it's sitting there and you can sell it. You can let people try it. I love having extra. I get that question all the time, and usually we don't have extra because of that. Because you treat it like a business, things are going in, things are going out. Now let me just kind of break down what 200 PV could look like. The ultimate stack, the ultimate stack, a prebiotic, the probiotic, the fish oil, the Nerf 1, Nerf 2, and NAD is a $200 PV. Now to me, that is an incredible investment in your health. That is as good as it gets. You could also do a True Science anti-aging lotion, an Axio, and a Tri-Synergizer. Guess what? That pushes you over the 200 PV. Now, here's what I want you to think about too. Now, I'm not a mathematician. If you have been in this business with me longer than a month, you know that math is my struggle. So I brought my husband in and we did some math. But say you did, it's basically if you were getting 1 bottle of Protandim and you offset that by customers, say it's 160 in customers. Do you know that if you got a PV of 200 and you still got 160 PV coming in, magic will happen? If you're a Pro 4 and say 35 people, well, I'm even gonna do it, didn't I do a smaller one? Yeah, look at this. If you're a Pro 3, because I got a lot of Pro 3s in this industry, and especially in this team. If you're a Pro 3 and you're getting 1 bottle of Protandim and you jump up to 200, but you still get those customers because you're building the business. And for me, when I bumped up to 200, auto ship, I had to get customers to pay for it. It made me go to work because I knew that I couldn't just have, more credit card debt. I needed to get that paid for. So it made me treat this like a business. Now, if 15 people on your team as a Pro 3 decided to up their auto ship to 200, that's 2,400 in extra volume. Now, if you were a Pro 4 and 35 of you went from 40 to 200, that's an extra 5,600 in volume. Now, the reason why I'm driving this home is because this is the window that so many people are looking for come mid to end of the month, where they just needed a little more volume to get them over that to the next rank, to where you feel like this is working. And you start to get compensated like this is working. So this is a gigantic deal. I'm going to show you, I wrote this all down. Like I said, those of you that know me are going to be very proud of me because look, I did this whole presentation for you guys. Can you see that? Check this out. This is where it really gets really, really fun and crazy. So the average auto ship in our organization is 100 PV. Okay, so that's, if I ask my account manager what it is, I think in the entire company it's 120. So let's just be, a little more on the average, and we'll say $80 subscription coming in every month in your organization. And it grew to 200 PV, which is what we're talking about, would be 120% growth in your company. That right there is amazing, isn't it? That everyone took their health and their business a little more seriously with this overhead. It's 120% increase. And remember, everything is duplication, everything in this business. So imagine duplicating that down into your team. Now here's Pro 3, and I just did this little arrow. The arrow indicates that they went from 80 to 200 PV. You would go from 5,000 in volume to 12K in volume. You would be a Pro 4. If you were, you had 10,000 in volume, and people decided to change that, 22K. So, a lot of people are reaching for Pro 5. That would get you to Pro 5. Isn't that incredible? To me, this blows my mind because, again, it's that rising tide, raising all the ships, and all you're doing, becoming the person that's being a champion for this, is you're showing your team that you are going to make it work and that you are taking this seriously, your health. We have a ton of products now that you can, every month I mix and match. And my auto ship now is like, I think last month it was 650, around there, because I'm always adding. I have a family of 5, I have a dog, I have a cat, I have all of it. And I also sponsor a few people around here. But look at this. If you're a Pro 5, 44K in volume, you are almost a Pro 6. And this is the one that really blows my mind. Check this out. As a Pro 6, which is 50,000 in volume, it is a very, very big deal. That's coming in every month. You would go straight to Pro 7. You would actually pass Pro 7. You'd be having 120K coming into your organization. Oh, good. I'm so glad that people are noticing this. And yes, this was a mentality personally that I had to face and get uncomfortable with. So right now, if you're kind of squirming and you're like, what is she doing? This is making me a little uncomfortable. That was me. I was like, when I heard an elite saying this, I had to check myself because I was really nervous about jumping up my auto ship, mostly because we couldn't afford it. And if that's you, this again, I'm not pushing you. I'm just saying that there's something that happens when you switch your mindset. Look at there, Julie Mai, exactly. From lack to abundance, from I'm paying for this to I'm going to make this work and I'm going to bless other people with this information and these products. So this is just, I'm just laying it out there for you because it is possible. It is absolutely possible. And like I said, it's like having money in the bank when you have extra products. So what we're going to do, actually, I'm going to let Julie, will you share first? And then I'll finish the call with an exciting announcement. So Jules, if you're there, will you unmute? And I know you wanted to share a little bit. We would love to hear from you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Hey, everybody. Let's see if I don't really talk on my phone that much, so I'm trying to find a video where I can see y'all. Thank you for that moment of silence at the beginning of the call. Yeah, you guys, today was, it's my mom's birthday, first birthday since we lost her. So we had a little special, just a little let go and freeing. She had a place where she wanted to be let go. So it was really beautiful. And before I talk about what I wanted to share on this particular call, you know, when I was sharing about my mom to some of her best friends and my best friends, and we were sitting there talking about the last 7.5, 8 years of her life, I just want you all to know, like, my mom was the healthiest and the happiest she's ever been since I was born, these last 7 to 8 years. I've been involved with LifeVantage about 7.5 years, and my mom was the first person that I got on these products. And there's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that I know Protandim helped her with her health and made her be the healthiest and the happiest. And she literally lived her fullest until the moment she took her last breath. There was no pain, there was no suffering, there was no hospitalization, there was none of that. So I just wanted to share with you guys that there's obviously the bigger picture of what we do and what we have, and it is like such a godsend to share every little bit of these products with people. But the call that we are talking about today, you guys, is about mindset. And I know how much this helped my mom. My mom's paycheck, just so you guys know, was almost double of her Social Security check. So think about that. She was in her late 60s and she was making more from just doing a little side hustle than she was receiving from the government. So that is a huge deal. I don't have a lot left in me today to share a lot, but I wanted to talk about abundance versus lack. And I think a lot of us, you know, I remember being taught this in the beginning by one of my mentors, and he says, you know, we live, for those of us who are in the USA, I know that we have a global team, and I'm looking at Polly Grace right now. She's on my screen. Hi Polly Grace. We have a global team, but America is land of the opportunity. Like, literally, people move to America to become successful, to have this abundant mindset. And yet 98% of people in America have a mindset of lack. I don't have enough. I'll never succeed. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. And if these are things that you're telling yourself, I really want you to think about this, you guys. I want you to stop that lie that you're telling yourself. You do have enough. You are enough. You're going to succeed. And you know, what we have with this business is an abundant business to share with everybody. And for me in the beginning, like Daisy said, it's tricky in the beginning because you don't quite have that entrepreneur hat on quite yet, where you're thinking, I'm going to be making, you know, $2, $3, $5, $10,000 a month with this. And so that overhead might seem like a lot, but for me, you know, Daisy threw out a huge number with her restaurant business. For me, running a jewelry business, every month was about $5,000 or $6,000 that I would put out for wire and gemstones and pearls to make the jewelry. And I would just be praying that I would make that back and a little bit more. So it's this entrepreneur hat that you need to put on and understand that when this auto ship or this subscription or this you know, this monthly thing that you are going to be putting into your business, it is your overhead that you get to consume. Like Daisy said, like, we get to eat this, we get to share this. And if you can teach that right out of the gates, that this is what it will take to grow your global multi-million-dollar business, your business will grow twice as fast. Your rank will be twice as much. You'll have twice as a higher rank, and you will make twice as much money. And so I really want you guys just to kind of get that belief, that mindset that we are not, transferring products, the belief of products to people. Yes, we want people to understand it, how incredible these are. And I hope you guys understand that that's how I feel. They changed my mom's life, and they changed thousands of people's lives. But that we can help someone understand that if they get started correctly and they teach the proper behavior of abundance in their business, how much faster it will work for them. And so if we teach the offset with the customers, that can be really hard to come back, because you get used to having those customers, and then you're looking at your PV and you're like, oh, it only needs to be 200. Instead of that, I want you to look, my personal PV needs to be 200, and anything over that is an additional, it's extra. And that is what you're going to duplicate into your business, you guys. That is what's going to make the difference. And that's what's going to push your business faster. So I just wanted to share that, Daize. I'm going to pass it back to you. I took some notes, but I think that just, you guys, this is a long-term vision. And I think the reason we succeeded in the beginning of creating this big vision for our team is because we had this vision of changing people's lives for the better with abundant belief, that we knew that this was going to make a difference in so many people's lives, not just the products, but the business side was going to make a huge, huge difference in people's lives. And it has, all the Pro 3s, Pro 4s, Pro 5s, Pro 6s, Pro 7s that we have on this team, it's game changing. It's life changing when you start making that money. So thank you, Daize, for having this call. I just wanted to share a little bit about abundance and why it's so important to have that mindset.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you so much. And love you. Something else that I feel like you may have just left out too is that we had to sacrifice. We sacrificed so much to make this work, whether it was flying to a neighbor island for the trainings or across the Pacific, or just that 200 PV auto ship. I know it's a stretch, especially for some of you out there. This call is like really making you shudder in your boots. And I just want you to know that that's okay. It's okay to tell yourself that you're going to do something different to become something different, to have a life that you need and dream of. Sometimes it takes that little push. So what we're going to do is every month until the end of the year, we are going to start the 200 Club. Now, the 200 Club is for those that personally want to have 200 PV. Personally. Now, I'm not talking about customers. Those are going to be extras that you're going to do to build your business. And again, if you're not comfortable with this and you're not there yet, that is so totally fine. This is for those of you, and I know there are a ton of you that want to maximize this, that want to finish this year. We have 6 more months to be really strong so that you can catapult into 2021 with getting to the ranks that you want to get to. This may be the foundational step for some of you. I know for me as a Pro 3, it was. This is when I had to make it work. I was going to do something that I'd never done for my family, which was, put money out there that we didn't really have for our health. So we are going to make a 200 Club, and every month we are going to have an incredible raffle, kind of like what we did last month, but it's just going to be on the first of the month. Everyone that had a 200 PV personally in the month before is going to get put into a hat, and we're going to call your name out, and you're going to win something amazing. There's going to be product involved. There's going to be other really cool goodies, like Julie wants to give one of her amazing jewelry pieces that she doesn't even make anymore. Kristen has said that she'd want to do that. I love Carrie Hiltsley's idea. She wants to give a giant bag of chocolate macadamia nuts, which I'm going to also be throwing in with the product. Slow Yourself Down gear. I know a lot of you are like, oh, I wanted my shirt. All organic teas that we make at Slow Yourself Down, we're going to put that in the pot. And so for you, this is a chance to do something and get compensated and have something, fun. I also am going to talk to the leaders about special things that will happen for the 200 PV Club, that, maybe we have Darren come on and we talk once a month, or a different elite that's going to really just focus on these people that are getting uncomfortable to do what they never thought they'd do to get what they've never had. So the first month, and we're right on 2:30. I love when we're on time. So we're gonna go for the rest of the month. If you decide that this message is for you, if you decide that it's time to do this, and some of you already are. So I'm talking to the people that haven't gotten there yet. But if I'm kind of getting you over that fence, Julie and I both, then this is the month, and I'll find out at the end of the month from my account manager who had the 200 PV, and we'll put you in the hat. I'm going to donate for this month the Ultimate Pack as a symbol of, here you go, here is your 200 PV, and you get it, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world, we will ship it to you. And I just want you to know that this is real. These are the moments that defined my own business, where I had to get uncomfortable to show myself, like I said, that I could have what the others had. I had to really, really step out of my comfort zone. So if you want to be in the club, awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. And we'll see what happens. So yes, Ultimate Stack is coming for the first raffle on the 1st of the month. I don't know what that date is for July, but thanks you guys for coming on and listening and challenging yourselves and really telling yourself that you can scale the products that you take, and you can scale your business by little things that you make, little steps that you decide to make that make a huge impact on your whole organization. So thank you. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thanks again, Rusty and Debbie, every week for doing this. We appreciate you so much. And we'll talk soon, okay? Bye.